Hi, this is Courtney, and this is a little video on choosing a yoga school. So, I get a lot of phone calls about this from people who have gone to yoga schools that weren't a good fit, especially. And over my career, I've had a lot of people go through my school who already went through yoga school. So, that's a lot of money. Yoga school is about $2,500 to $5,000, depending on where you are. So, it's important to find a good fit. So here are a few things you can do. One, look at the teacher's experience. Now, not all teachers who have taught a good long while are necessarily good in the classroom. Ideally, they've done workshops, they've done some kind of training in the past. They're not just starting a yoga school after teaching for 1 or 2 years. So their experience is important. If it's a school that's been around a while, that's a good sign as well. You can look on Yoga Alliance at their ratings to see if they have overall good ratings. I will tell you, I have a very good rating, almost a 5-star rating, but occasionally you get people in school as a teacher, that are challenging, and you also get those people who aren't going to give a 5-star no matter what, because their mindset is nobody's perfect and they won't. So a 4 or 5-star rating is pretty good. If you just overall they have good rates, you can't go by the 1 or 2 people that are going to say something negative, because you're never going to make everybody happy. What I would tell you too is if you can go visit this person and take classes or a workshop with them, very helpful as well, because you may be used to taking gentle to intermediate classes that there's no headstands or arm balances, and then you get into a yoga school that's a power vinyasa flow, and all of a sudden you're completely knocked off balance, literally and mentally. So it's good to take classes with the teacher. It's good to go visit the space that the class is going to be held in if it's possible. I personally am not a fan of those immersion trainings. In the rare case that a person had been practicing and teaching before they went to school, that might work. I could see maybe going to Bali or something like that if you had quite a bit of experience. But we have to teach philosophy, well, we're supposed to in yoga school be teaching philosophy, anatomy, history, sequencing, methodology, techniques, and I also teach business in my school. So it's really hard to get that all in and absorb the information in a couple of weeks. So I would be mindful of really thinking hard before I chose an immersion school if I didn't have any experience or didn't have much experience. The things you don't want to do not choose a school based on these 3 factors: location, price, or the dates that are available that fit your schedule. First of all, location. It would be better to drive 2 or 3 hours and get a hotel room than it would be to go to a place where you're going to be miserable for 8 weekends out of the year. You don't want to do that. Secondly, because having a bad training is going to cost you more in the end, with you trying to figure out how to fix the bad training you had. Price. It would be better to pay a little bit more for a quality school with good experience than it would to pay for a cheap school and get a cheap experience. And then the dates. I get people who call me all the time and they're like, I have to miss this one day, and I'll give them a way to make it up. Don't, just because you've made up your mind that you want to go to yoga school and you found one that starts next month, it would be better to wait a few months and go to school later than to jump into something with a bad teacher that doesn't know what they're doing. So, be very careful. And I think I've already said, but just because someone is good at teaching classes does not mean they're going to be a good trainer. So make sure that if you can, a little workshop or something would also be helpful information. Talk to people who've gone to the school. And then lastly, look at their branding. If you can find something on them on YouTube, on their website, on Facebook, get a feel of their personality. Are they all about themselves, or do they include other people in their branding? Is everything about headstands and crow postures? And if that's what you like, that might be good for you. But if you want to go and teach to beginners, then you might want to think twice about choosing a school that's very focused on advanced asana. School is not a place to go learn advanced asana. If you want deeper study or you want to learn advanced posture, I would encourage you to find a workshop. If you want to go and just relax and be in the presence of the way you think yoga feels, or it feels for you when you're in class, then you need to go to a retreat. School is school. You're going to learn, you're going to practice, you're going to have to practice teach. You're going to have to learn all different areas, and you need and want to be in a quality school. It's okay to go to school for more information. I've had a lot of people come to school who say, I'm not going to teach, but they end up teaching anyway. However, if you just want to learn more, I would suggest reading books and going to workshops. I hope this has been helpful, and hopefully it will save some people some heartache and some money. If you need more information, you can find me at balanceyogaandwellness.com. I have a lot of free information on there. I do consulting for very reasonable prices. I can usually save people in 1 hour of consulting a ton of money on saving them headaches and expenses that they would have spent otherwise. Also, I have tons of free resources on Courtney Butler Robinson on YouTube, and I have a blog post, which is Floating Lotus Yoga blog post .blogspot.com. I think you can find it on my website. So I also have a book, The Mud and the Lotus, a guide and workbook for students of yoga. That is the curriculum we use in our school. So that might be something to read through before you go to school. Alrighty, thank you so much. Have a great day.